alternative to all of these, but that's
During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against a culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzer, what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot ham.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it.
Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome aboard and prepare yourself for jiggling. It's Revenge of the Sis. Hi, guys.
Hi. Stupid fucking. I think the channel's going. Whatever. Anyway, hi.
What happened? Oh, yeah, my board's
Esteban.
RIP soon.
Esteban in the chat before the show was joking around. He was like, "You don't mute me, mods. Don't mute me." So I muted him for 5 minutes. Don't tell him. Tell him what to do. You got 5 minutes. You come back in 5 minutes. Now you're welcome.
That wasn't very nice of you.
Hey, don't tell me what to do. I'm so sick of politics. You got to be sick of it, right? You're sick of it too. Like it's just. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
it's like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Shut up, everyone! Shut up.
I couldn't care less. I've been over it since Trump lost since Trump lost in 2020.
This morning, President Trump back in Washington after meeting with world leaders at the NATO summit, where he doubled down on his claims that the U.S. strikes obliterated Iran's nuclear program.
Sorry, I know you can't hear it because this news station decided to only put it through
Left
one
channel?
Yeah. So unfortunately,
I can't hear it either, even through Zoom. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So we'll just move on. Okay, did you see Bernie Sanders losing his fucking shit on Rogan?
Let me guess. It's gonna become an oligarchy.
Actually, this time, unlike last time, though, Rogan pushed back slightly, and Bernie doesn't know what to do with it.
And I got to say, I mean, one of the things, and there was a lot of arguments about Trump, that worries me very, very much is this movement toward authoritarianism and going after media, suing media, taking away the authority that Congress has.
When you say suing media, are you talking about the CBS lawsuit?
Among other things. He has,
right, but don't you think there's a real issue with what they did?
No. In this sense,
No.
No.
Okay, what they did was, what the CBS thing, for those who remember, we covered it on the show, okay? What they did was they asked Kamala Harris about Palestine and Israel or something like that, and she gave some long babbling answer. And then what they did was they edited in post and just added another answer from another question to make her look smart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there's a real issue.
I think what he's talking about with the lawsuit is when CBS gave fucking...
Oh, the defamation thing.
Yeah, I don't even think it's
There's
that.
a lot of lawsuits, dude.
There's like
There's a
three
lot of-
different ones. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah.
Editing conversations
This
to
one,
give
yes.
someone an
See?
answer
Joe,
that's
I've been
different
on-
than what they really answered.
Joe, I've been on 8 zillion shows, right? In my life.
Okay.
Okay.
I was on with Cardi B.
You might recall that one.
Now, should I sue you if you ask me some stupid question that I don't like, right?
No, that's not.
Yes, that's exactly how that works.
Yep. Or that you do
Should
something.
I sue you for a stupid question you ask me? No. Will I? Yes.
Should I sue you?
Yeah, but that's not what he's getting.
Can
into.
I?
Well, he is
Would you mind if I sued you? You seem to have a lot of money.
He has sued.
Sorry,
ABC.
my mistake. Sorry, sorry.
He has sued
May
Meta.
I sue you?
He is suing the Des Moines Register
Fuck them, though. I don't even know who they are, but fuck the Des Moines Register.
because of a poll that came out.
I would
during
like
the
to sue
campaign
you
that he
for
didn't like.
custody of Shane Gillis.
All right. He is suing CBS for this Kamala Harris interview. So do I think how many? I cannot tell you the number of stories done about me that were not good stories.
Right.
That were dishonest stories. That's what a free press is about.
A free press is about editing footage and lying to the public? That's the free press? Really?
He literally just said that. He literally just said that's. Oh my fucking Christ!
Why don't you tell me what the hokey pokey's about, too? You fucking retard.
You don't
Well-
like it? You got to live.
You have a hand or a foot, left or right. It depends on which one they choose. You put it in, you put it out, then you shake it. That's the hokey pokey.
Look, Joe, I don't have time to explain all of it.
Look, the most important part is you turn yourself around.
Yeah, you turn yourself
That's
around,
what it
and
is
then
all about, Joe.
somehow, even I'm getting money from Raytheon.
Live with it. All right. You do something. I'm not going to sue you, Joe.
Right, but it's not that simple, right? Like, let's imagine. Let's not talk about Trump, but let's talk about another candidate. Let's just.
Right foot, left stomp. Left foot, left stomp. Hands on your knees.
Have you heard of a guy named Busta Rhymes?
Cardi B's friend. She interviewed me.
Imagine there's someone on the right,
Look,
someone
Joe,
on the left.
don't even get me started about the Macarena. I am an expert on bar mitzvah-based dances.
Bar mitzvah based dance.
Cotton Eye Joe, get out of here.
And there's
No idea.
a concerted effort to promote this person that's on the right. And so the polls are rigged, or these are funded polls that make it look like this person on the right is winning by a substantial margin. And what this does is decreases the motivation that people have to come out and vote against them.
That's happening.
So it's fake.
By the way, that
And
happens right now.
It is happening right now. And I think, is that part of what he's suing them about?
No, but
No, I have no idea. I have no. I don't know anything about it. It's always that.
Doesn't look.
But isn't that what he's suing them about?
Well, he's suing ABC for one thing.
But with the Des Moines Register about the poll.
Yeah, I know the pollster there.
Was the poll incorrect?
Yeah, the poll was wrong. So what? Guess
Right.
what?
But what did they know it was incorrect when they published it?
No, they published what they thought was an accurate poll. But that pollster, by the way, what's the name? Okay, Seltzer polls.
I should just state for the record, I don't know this lawsuit. But
what it was about.
But I am aware that in talking to people that understand polls, that some of these are politically.
All right, but the answer is yes and no.
The answer is yes and no. Maybe.
Yes and no.
There are polls
By the way, folks, yes and no is never an acceptable answer. Whether it's talking about like global politics or like any answer to any. I hate yes and no.
Can you imagine?
It's yes or no.
You're talking to a girl, be like, "So do you want to have sex?" Yes and no. Okay, look, I'm not taking the chance. That's way.
It's 2025. It's got to be yes and yes. Mm-hmm. And it needs to be written in triplicate.
I need you to sign this.
We need to stop at Scott. I think they do notary.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what you said.
Right.
I could doctor a poll. I could talk to more conservative, more progressive people, get the results that I kind of want, right?
And they do it to motivate people or demotivate people to vote,
That's
and
right.
it's effective.
It has an impact. All right. On the other hand, this particular poster, that's the Des Moines Register, not a huge newspaper. I bumped into them because when you're running Democratic primaries, Iowa is a big deal. They are a very, very respected pollster. Okay, they don't doctor polls, so they made a mistake on a poll. It turns out they had Trump doing worse.
How do you make a mistake on a poll? Like,
You're
numbers.
literally asking people a question and then writing it down.
Than he ended up doing. Guess what? Posters, honest posters, make mistakes too.
But what is the basis of his lawsuit? Like, what is he saying in
I
the
think
lawsuit?
he is saying that gave energy to his opponents and that it was. He's
like
saying,
we talked about.
Like you talked about.
Look, but he's right though. If fucking Ricky Vaughn dude can go to jail for what he did, right? Mm-hmm. How is that any different? You're affecting an election, aren't you?
Yeah.
What if he made a mistake?
But I don't believe that's the case. There are honest pollsters.
Okay.
You're saying is, look.
I want to get to this part.
Does media get it wrong sometimes? Absolutely. Should you have the most powerful person in America suing media? What is the impact of that? The impact is clearly intimidation. He wants to defund public broadcasting.
Good.
It sounds like he wants to discourage them from like lying about him.
Yeah. NPR.
Why is that? Well, because they also would run critical stories of him.
No, not critical stories. Outright lies, and they forget Trump. Even if you hate Trump, they completely hid the Hunter Biden thing, which really happened.
This is part, in my view, without getting into any one case, it's part of a pattern that says, hey, I got the power. Don't you criticize me. You criticize me, I'm going to sue you.
Oh, sorry.
I got the power.
So it's not whether this show was right
Can
or
somebody
wrong.
please remix Bernie?
Please have Bernie doing I Got the Power, please.
Every day they get it wrong.
I've got
It's
the power.
Well, it's more like me and my people collectively have the power, but you get the point.
We got the power.
And other media people to do the best that you can. And if I don't like what you're doing, I'll go someplace else. But I don't like presidents suing media, and then it's, threatening to impeach judges who rule against you. Really? Is that a concern? I think it's a concern.
Or the judge
You threaten to impeach everyone all the time,
I agree,
always,
that's a
Bernie.
concern.
It's like your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not doing that, it's your thing when you're not threatening us with oligarchy.
Yeah. With oligarchy and the millionaires and trillionaires and billionaires and
the multi-trillionaires.
Certain is when you have media organizations that are
There are people trading in Latinum.
Be objective, and then they say things that are defamatory and factually incorrect, and they should know that before they say it. What other course does a person have other than a lawsuit? And isn't it important that you shine the light on what is a political bias.
Then
where from an organization that you would hope would be objective.
Needless to say.
Also, real quick, that Des Moines pollster is getting sued over that poll by like 8 separate people, not just Trump.
Attacked all the time by right-wing media, right? Every day.
Needless to say.
Needless to say. All right. I don't sue them. So you
Right, but
expose
they
them.
don't say
Because something they said was a lie about you that you could sue over, you dumb dickhead.
United
But
States.
do they say
He knows that. The problem is he's not even. Look, Rogan's looks stoned as shit, and he's like. Again, I wouldn't call Rogan a master interviewer. He doesn't like hit hard hitting questions. Rogan is doing his typical like, yeah, but like, shouldn't the media like not lie, dude? And Bernie's like,
So frustrating.
Bernie's like, in fact, what do you mean?
Look, I'm sorry. Are you asleep?
It's just like, I don't know, like, why the media's gotta lie, bro. Can't we all like be cool, dude?
Nah, man. I'm telling you, like, Austin's actually a pretty chill place, man.
Yeah.
Wait, what were we talking about?
I'm on it. Like, attentive, neutral stoners are the best interviewers.
Yeah.
Look at Adam Friedland.
No, that's actually true.
On
what?
No, you know what though? Honestly, the reason Friedland is so great though is because he's in on the joke. Like Rogan is really just high and doesn't give a shit. Adam is clearly playing a character that's high and doesn't give a shit, and it's so good. He's so fucking good.
I don't think it's a character, dog.
No, it's not a character. It's who he is. But I mean, he's way
I
more
know he's
clever.
turning
Is my
it
point.
up. I didn't.
Yeah, it is a character in a sense because Adam's not a fucking idiot. He's just high. But it's like he goes in there prepared to extract blood from people.
have other than
Bro,
a lawsuit?
he interviewed fucking Sarah
And isn't
Jessica
it
Parker
important
the other day.
that you shine the
Dude, the fact that he said straight up to Hassan, like, come on, you got to admit when Sam Hyde called you out, that was funny. And he was like, no, it's not funny. It's not funny. Like, he was just having a meltdown over it. Adam Friedland's just like, come on, man, that's objectively funny.
light
Yeah, and then
on what
then he gave
is
him like a 15-minute pitch on coming in as the Iron Sheik.
political bias.
Then the way
where from an organization that you would hope would be objective.
Needless to say, I get attacked all the time by right-wing media.
What?
Every day.
Needless to say.
Needless to say. All right. I don't sue them. So you
Right,
expose
but they
him.
don't say,
Then he's the president of the United
but
States.
do they say things factually incorrect
Right, then
that
he
are
can get up there.
defamatory and slanderous?
If there's anybody in the world who
Answer the question, Bernie.
knows how to use a microphone, his name is Donald Trump. And Donald Trump get up. You saw that program on CBS the other day? It was crap. It was wrong. And let me tell you why
Right.
it was wrong.
But then they do it again and again and
Then
again.
you take 'em
but
on,
The,
and
the
you keep-
problem is the more people do stuff like that, if you don't have any consequences to what you're doing, you're going to continue that path.
That's pretty much end of the clip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sick of Bernie. I'm sick of Joe. I'm sick of these fucking billionaires and trillionaires. Having their conversations about conversations.
Genocide Circus, Bernie's right. Trump should totally use the FBI to threaten individual reporters like Obama did. Tom Rose Mercedes, hey Bernie, what about all the lawsuits against Trump? Millionaires and billionaires until you become one, right? Shut the fuck up, you two-faced Hebe.
Jesus.
Right now, there's growing backlash over a migrant detention facility being built deep in the Everglades.
Have you heard about this one, Mersh? Alligator Alcatraz? Oh yeah, this is the Florida thing. Okay. So it's a migrant detention center, but it's built in the swamp, and there's like alligators around it, so they're calling it the Alligator Alcatraz. Here, check it out.
Okay.
Growing backlash over a migrant detention facility being built deep in the Everglades that's being called Alligator Alcatraz. Tonight, we're digging deeper into the plans in place for this controversial location as Governor DeSantis
All right, can I ask
weighs
a
in
question?
on the project.
Are the alligators inside the prison?
Not currently.
So I'm just trying to figure this out.
Not at the moment.
So all you'd have to do is like not try to escape.
Okay, look.
That sounds pretty good to me.
I think that's.
Well, let's check it out.
For this controversial location as Governor DeSantis weighs in on the project. Local Sun's Glenna Milberg is live from Ochope with the very latest. Glenna?
Ah! Jesus, lady. Someone give the red woman her necklace back, please.
Poor lady.
Nicole, as controversial as this whole thing has become, the logistics here are very familiar. Remember when after the hurricane, people displaced have big tent cities? Kind of like that. The COVID hospitals, the field hospitals during the pandemic.
Wait. Is this holding facility just going to be tents? Okay, now there's a little, hold on.
All right, yeah, that's a little different.
If there are alligators, hold on. Wait a second. I thought it was going to be like, maybe even like portables or something like that.
I get it, but here again, just don't leave food outside your tent.
People are food to alligators.
I mean,
ask that baby in this.
So just make sure the alligators are fed.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, and the pace.
I think
that
that's
we
what they're
have
doing,
seen.
Mersh.
I think that's what's happening.
Trucks and materials go in and out of here all day. Even now, after hours, this is happening very, very quickly.
Midpoint, Tamiami Trail at the edge of Big Cypress National Preserve.
Oh my God, please show a tent city in the middle of the Everglades.
Florida's familiar logistics of temporary mass
Some
housing.
dude comes by on an airboat and just blows.
Buddy, I'm seeing portables. I'm seeing portable bathrooms. So I'm starting to feel like this is going to be tense, dude. I'm starting to feel like this is going to be tense, guys.
All right, so just keep your eyes peeled for the fucking alligators. You're not in any more danger than we are when we go outside.
Fair enough.
Well underway.
Some guy comes by in an airboat and blows the migrant detention center away.
Though now for mass migrant detention. The training and transition airport run by Miami-Dade County, though surrounded by environmentally sensitive land, open and operational for decades.
This thing's been used a bunch of times over many, many years.
And only like 30% of the people have gotten eaten. And that's honestly...
DeSantis is like,
that's
we've been
not
using this
bad.
property for years. In the 40s, we were using it to lock up Japs, folks. So this is not a new thing. It's not controversial.
And so the impact will be zero.
The biggest opposition.
He's doing his clap hands. And back then, frankly, I mean, we only had about 4 Japanese people in Florida. So really, it took us like one day.
Politics of detaining migrants at all is about the environment.
You know, that had to be easy for Florida when we were just like rounding up all the Japanese people. And in Florida, we were like, wait, you mean Gary?
Okay, look.
All right, I'll go get him, but I mean, I don't think he's a spy.
They do look like portables, so it's not tense. Okay.
There you go.
It's about the environment.
What a slap in the face this is to the indigenous tribes.
Oh
my God,
fuck
shut
you.
up.
You get casinos.
Especially from those who live out here.
If we wanted to be economically, sustainable and conscious, we would be talking about annexing this land into the National Preserve.
I don't care.
It's an airport.
No,
That's already an
the feds
airport.
already own enough land. All right, honestly, even right now, we're trying to put together a bill for the feds to sell off federal land, and most of us agree the feds have too much land. We just don't want them to sell it to BlackRock. But it's still too much federal land.
Flyover for Tennessee gave $20, and he has a really good point. He goes, I'm okay with it as long as they don't make the alligator Alcatraz to experiment to make a real-life Killer Croc, as we decided is a child molester. Remember, we decided Killer Croc was a child molester.
He is. He does like to touch kids.
Yeah. You could say that about fictional characters. I think Killer Croc was a child molester.
Killer Croc as a child molester is one of the most horrifying things ever.
Yeah.
That's why I said it the other day, because it's just the worst one.
Not great.
Plans are to keep migrant housing contained to the already developed portions of the property, temporary air-conditioned structures, detailed hurricane evacuation plans. We get our first look at the logistics for containing and porting away waste, a recycling program for trash, and stocking potable water.
That sounds pretty dope, honestly.
Probably also do something similar up at Camp Blanding, which is where our National Guard headquarters to train there. We have some capacity there.
The state is opening detention space under the same emergency orders that paved the way for migrant transports from the southern border to Martha's Vineyard 3 years ago.
It is an active airport,
giving Miami-Dade County little recourse over state control of its airport in Collier County.
And if you've been plugged into news, you know plans to do this are not new whatsoever. The governor has been planning to open detention facilities for migrants.
Okay, so yeah, if it's not new, shut up. Look, I get it. Property tax thing. What's up? Can you give me a little update? I'd like that over with.
They're working on it.
All right, I'll work faster because I have to pay them.
Why the fuck does a job that pays $16.50 need to have a second round of interviews?
Because they want to make sure that you're not somebody like you are. Yeah.
You said
okay, cool.
You said the thing.
Cool. You know what? Wants,
You said the,
nobody wants to hire this hot air balloon.
yeah.
This is
No,
a
this is why we have a second interview. So we go, you know what? We're gonna set up a second interview, and then when you fucking explode like this over the slightest fucking inconvenience, we go, oh,
Bro, it's
okay,
not even
yeah.
a big deal. Okay, you go to a second interview. Who cares? It's not even the big deal. If you got a second interview, that means they probably want to hire you.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm trying to think any time I was ever not excited to get a second interview. That usually was like you said, like, oh, okay, cool. They want to meet me a second time. Like at that point, you're like, oh, maybe we're not wasting each other's time at this point. This is good.
A lot of times when they say a second interview, it is maybe to ask you a couple more questions, and normally at the second interview they make the offer. That's usually how it goes. They'll make the offer at the second interview, and it usually at that point is kind of more of a feeling out the pay rate scale and shit like that. But she's a fat idiot, so she might just lose. Now she's not going to have any job because now everyone's seeing this, obviously.
Depending on how shitty the job, sometimes it's just to see if you have a second dress shirt.
Yes, seriously.
There's a job.
And I don't. To answer your question, I don't. Okay, I do not have a second dress shirt.
You come back with the same dress shirt, just inside out.
Yeah.
Royce is arguing with Marie, trying to see if he can make one of her blouses work.
Yes,
like, look, I could just say I'm extremely Cuban. You know what I mean? Like, I could pull this off.
Okay, but why the heels? Because I felt sexy.
Well, that was just because I was feeling
I felt
cute.
good. I felt cute.
So cute.
There's a job that pays $16.50.
It's pronounced yob.
Yeah, that's why you're not getting him.
There's a job that pays $16.50. Need to have a second round of interviews. This is a receptionist job.
Oh, so it's obviously you're a people person.
And the
Damn,
voice
they
of an
really missed
angel,
out.
too. People person and the voice of an angel.
Oh, God. Freeze frame on point, though.
I'm 21 years old. I
Really?
Looking good.
had five prior work experiences. Just hire
21,
me.
that's a lot.
No.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not.
That was her Zoom call for her second interview.
I wasn't even fucking for
No.
TikTok.
All right. Before I play this next video I got, I'm gonna set it up for you. Okay. This man was reportedly from the UK, and he threw a tantrum on the flight. Okay. Was departing from Bangkok when he attended. Authorities then entered the plane, which prompted the man to lie in the middle of the aisle, forcing them to drag him off. The plane was delayed. Okay, so here's why he was arguing. Okay. He was the gentleman you're about to see, and let me make sure. Yes. Okay. He is wearing an orange Garfield shirt, okay? And the
Hell
reason
yeah.
he is fighting, he said, because he's obese, they should
Can
have
I ask a
offered
question?
him. Yes.
Was this on a Monday?
He hates Mondays.
To be fair, I mean, you shouldn't have fucked with him. You shouldn't have pressed him.
He was angry because he was obese and he wanted the exit seat. So here you go.
Selfish. Look, when you said apologize is the first thing I did. Don't forget that.
All this over some lasagna, dog?
It's a Garfield shirt. Garfield's so chill, dude. Why would you do that?
I often wonder, like, when people get in these body cam videos and shit, did they know that day? Like, did they even think for a moment when they were picking that shirt out? Like, I'm gonna get arrested.
Wear the coolest shirt you have, right? You want to wear
Yeah.
the coolest shirt you have, yeah.
Imagine getting booked in the fucking county jail and you're trying to look like a badass with your Garfield shirt on.
It says sorry. The shirt says sorry. Too busy doing nothing. Dude. And where was this? I'm sorry. From the UK to where?
Sanford, Florida.
Bangkok. This guy was a sex tourist.
Ew.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Garfield shirt sex tourist.
Yes.
Ew.
Yeah. By
Everything
the way,
about this guy rules.
we got some pickup artist stuff for second hour. By the way, some more pickup artist stuff. David Bond. We found something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to stick around for that?
We're back with turbulence trouble on a flight.
Marsh.
No, come on, man.
She's the one on the left.
Yeah.
Out of Miami, leaving several people injured and passengers shaken. It happened aboard an American Airlines flight to North Carolina. Now, this happened aboard that flight. We know that the unexpected turbulence sent drink carts, flight attendants, and even passengers just flying through the cabin. 5 people were hurt, including 3 crew members.
The whole cart went up. The flight attendants went up. You know, cups went everywhere, ice, sticks, all that stuff was just, you know, sort of like flying all around.
Well, the plane landed safely in Durham. We know that all 5 people.
Yeah, but the problem is. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, Durham landed safely, but I don't know if anybody's gonna be safe when they get off the plane.
Yeah, they're in fucking Durham, dude. All right. Let's see here. Okay, this is a heartwarming story, okay? And we know we're all about that here, okay?
Survivors of date rape drugs joined public leaders at the State House today to support legislation.
Professor, hold on. Sorry. Survivors of date rape drugs? I don't understand. Like,
Oh, you serve yourself your own coffee at that event, Royce.
No, I okay. First off, it doesn't work in hot liquids. So first, idiot, dumbass.
A man of technique and style and class.
I see you recognized game, Virgie.
Royce, I'll have you know it does work in hot
It's powdered creamer, I swear.
It does work in hot beverages. I put one in my coffee every morning. I like to live my days loopy.
Joined public leaders at the State House today to support legislation to crack down on drink spiking in Massachusetts. Right now, victims of
I mean,
But
I've seen some of the women in Boston. I think the guys are the ones that need to get fucking spiked.
Also, is this going to be a carefully worded law? Because, like, every once in a while, I like to go up to a friend of mine, grab a drink out of their hand, and throw it straight at the ground.
Yeah.
And I call that drink spiking. So, am I still allowed to do that?
And Merce does like an end zone dance too. It's fucking wild.
Did it 3 times.
I used to notoriously do that to friends of mine. Like, I would go up to them at a party if they were drinking something. I'd be like, "What are you drinking?" I'd be like, "Oh, it's like a margarita." I'd be like, "Can I try it?" And when they would let me try it, I would throw their drink out.
That's great. It's true. When we were hanging out, he spiked 3 of Virgie's White Claws.
Listen, every time I've ever done that, I've always bought them another drink immediately, but it's still just funny to be like, "Oh, let me try that," and then just throw it in the garbage.
That's good.
You're like,
This
you're a
is
fucking
terrible, and then you just dump it out.
spiking usually cannot
Good
be
gag.
tested at hospitals unless they believe they have been sexually assaulted. So without testing, police generally aren't notified, so they can't do much if they are.
How funny would it be if just go around drugging women and not raping them? Just letting them think they were?
Oh, that's fucking psychological.
That might be worse. That might be worse, dude.
Mandate a standard testing.
You just drug some chick and then take her pants off and then leave.
No, you want to be more diabolical, dude? You walk around, you drug other chicks who are on dates with other regular normal dudes. And then
that would
leave.
be fucking hilarious.
And then that guy's life is ruined forever.
This is like
Okay,
rape
hear me out.
accelerationism.
Hear me out. You walk up to couples on a date, drug the dudes.
Oh,
that
I like
the girls
that.
Are on a date with.
Drug the dudes. I like drugging
Get
the
the women
dudes.
arrested.
That's very funny.
Just laugh.
No, by the way, don't do that. We're kidding. Obviously, we're kidding.
Protocol and uniform standard of care for victims and establish a framework to hold perpetrators accountable. One victim described what happened to her after she was drugged at a bar and then rushed to the hospital.
The doctor told my mom that I was just drunk and that I needed to sleep it off. She begged for a drug test multiple times, but he refused.
Boston has one of the highest ratios of 20 to 34-year-olds amongst large cities in the United States. In recent years, young people in Boston within this age bracket reported experiencing emergency-related issues connected to what they believed to be contaminated drinks served within City of Boston establishments.
According to data from the Boston Police Department, there were 71 reports of drugged drinks in Boston in.
Yeah, again, it's fucking Boston.
Yeah, I would drug my own drink in that shitty town.
Seriously, Genocide Circus, hear me out. Feed all the alligators loud old school alarm clocks and train all the migrants to be alert for ticking sounds. Like, we're going to do the fucking Captain Hook thing. Tom Rose Mercedes, I want Trump to talk to people like Joe Pesci and did in De Niro and Casino. Without me, every single Muslim strongman still around be taking a piece of your Jew ass. Don't you ever bomb me again after the ceasefire. Tom Rose Mercedes said, you Jew motherfucker, you. Thank you. Thank you for the donations. Oh, this is good.
Oh.
Hey, Pessy, do you have the board ready? The joke goes word, okay. I've heard of a fire sale, but this is crazy.
Clean up an aisle. Whoa.
No, refrigerator, you're supposed to be cold.
New ghost pepper wings at Walmart.
No, somebody put the refrigerator backwards, salted backwards. Huh.
This is why proper stock procedure is important.
What, you don't occasionally go to Walmart for the hot deals? So are we just a society now where everyone just stands around with a phone in their hand? Like, nobody runs for a fire extinguisher, nobody...
You know, but you're running for those Enemans donuts right there. That's what you're running for.
Murph.
They're great. But like, nobody springs into action anymore. Did we not used to spring into action back in the day, and now everybody just grabs their phone and they're like, "Yo, that's crazy."
Here's what I do because I'm a hero. That's what they call me. I'd run over to the yogurt section and just start squeezing out yogurt all over it. That would help stop it, right? Like some yogurt fire extinguisher.
I would run over to that candy section and just start shoveling pieces of candy in my mouth, like Tim Robinson style.
Yeah.
On ice at a North Miami.
You know what I would do, Mersh? I'd run over to the hot dog section and start cooking some wieners over the fire.
Grab a marshmallow bag. Grab a bag of marshmallows.
Start making s'mores.
Beach Walmart last night, a pretty wild and very unusual scene as flames shot from a Walmart cooler between the bread aisle and frozen juice section. Miami-Dade firefighters did respond. This was at Northeast 163rd Street.
So hold on. There was a fire near a bunch of frozen juice.
Yes.
And no one thought to maybe throw some of that frozen juice
No, on the fire.
on.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think.
No one
I don't think
thought.
it's if it's juice from concentrate, it's highly flammable.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
highly
dude.
Like napalm,
Yeah.
napalm.
Yeah, if you don't add water to frozen, dude, you don't know that. You're not from Florida. That's why. It's literally like C4.
15th Avenue around 9 p.m. The store was evacuated. Firefighters say the
Fighters.
source of the fire was identified and taken care of. It is still unclear exactly, though, what sparked.
I mean, honestly, probably just an electrical fire. And the most common answer, the easiest answer, probably an electrical fire.
Yeah,
Sure
the
to
fucking
God.
condenser or something. There was some dust. There was some buildup in it. It caught fire. It was an old machine.
They would have said that because the fire department knew what happened. They
What do you
said
think
that.
it was, Virgie? What conspiracy?
I think. Well, okay. So hear me out. There's these things that you guys have in Florida called black teenagers.
No.
Yeah, they're not smart enough to rig freezers to start exploding on their own. Okay, they just smash
No,
windows.
they're smart
and
enough to
grab
light
shit.
a fire.
I mean, if it was that, the cops would have been there too because they have cameras.
If we were on a paywall, I could explain to Virgie.
But we can't, Virgie. But we can't. Okay, anyway.
okay,
Get Virgie.
whatever, man.
Virgie. It's game on. Have some respect.
And today marks 10 years since the U.S. Supreme Court declared same-sex marriage a constitutional right.
Well, like a constitutional wrong, am I right, fellas?
Later today, the Obama Foundation will unveil
The gayest of the presidents.
some pieces from the case that will be on display.
Wait, I love that this asshole Obama's taking credit because it happened under his presidency, even though when he ran against gay marriage.
At the Obama Presidential Center when it opens next year. They include Jim Obergefell's wedding ring and marriage certificate. He was the man who sued the state of Ohio in 2013 over its refusal to recognize same-sex marriage on a death certificate. That case went all
Thanks, Ohio, you piece of shit. Did you see Vivek trying to get, talking how awesome Ohio was on Twitter?
No.
And everybody just laughing at him because it's fucking Ohio?
Well, because he's been doing that for a while now. The more he talks about running, everybody just keeps bullying him.
Yeah, here, let me tell you what he said. Vivek said this here. I got the tweet. I'll pull it up. Vivek, is that how you're supposed to say it? I don't know.
I don't care.
Fine, I mean, neither do I.
Fucking asshole.
Okay.
Once he started disrespecting fucking Zach Morris, he was dead to me.
Yeah, exactly. Riley Gaines said, New York City's so screwed. I don't know what she was bitching about. But Vivek quote tweeted and he said, here's a solution. Move to Ohio, the heart of the nation, with 4 full seasons, an economic boom on the horizon, friendly, hardworking, family-oriented people, diverse viewpoint, 0 capital gains tax, 0 income tax, and a gold standard for K-12 education. All coming very soon. All coming very soon, by the way. It's not what's there now.
Any day now. Just go move there and hope that these things come.
Hey, Ohio is so bad that Zoomers use it as slang for something when something's bad. It's synonymous with being bad. Also, when Cincinnati's your best city. Come on.
Dude, honestly, people from Indiana talk shit about y'all.
You know what else Ohio has? Dayton.
Oof.
Yeah, I know.
And Dayton Hypernova.
You know what else it has? Cleveland.
Cincinnati.
You know, like I said, when Cincinnati's your best city, that's a problem, right? Because it sucks.
Is Cincinnati better than Cleveland?
Yes, I believe so. Maybe people could argue in the chat if they want. Or you know what? If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to do
I always thought Cincinnati was just
comment.
Cleveland without Drew Carey.
Leave a comment in the YouTube chat, in the YouTube comments or whatever. I'm going to do the YouTubers do that. I feel like
a little bubble pops up, bing, and a little comment and a heart. Yeah, do that.
It helps them.
Do all that gay shit.
It helps them. So do that gay shit.
Do that shit so we get helped in the gay algorithm, whatever. These stupid idiots.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, homo.
Video unavailable. Oh, come on.
What was it?
I'll find it. Don't you worry.
Okay,
it was
I'm
a-
worried.
it was
I'm not. I
probably-
can't lie to you. I'm
Sorry,
worried
I
a little
found-
bit.
I got it. I found it. It was they probably found an error when they uploaded and deleted it and fixed it.
As soon as we enter plastic-free July, we want to sound the alarm about a growing concern: the millions and millions of shoes that wind up in
It'd be
landfills.
funny. She's like, as we're kicking off Plastic-Free July, we have to talk about another issue: the massive collapse of the plastic industry. We have to do something. These people are all getting laid off.
Your entire studio's plastic. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what is this?
Each year.
It's a big problem. Recent data shows that every year, more than 20 billion shoes are manufactured.
Hey, let the ugly woman talk.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Vast
Yeah,
majority.
listen, Chakotay from Voyager. Let the ugly woman talk.
Go on a
Three of
vision
them?
quest or whatever.
Yeah, seriously.
Go figure out what animal you're gonna talk to. or
Yeah, I
whatever.
love that. Oh, yeah, we've gone beyond religion, except for Chakotay, who worships like a wolf.
Eventually thrown away as garbage.
Yeah. By the way, we've teleported millions of light years into the Gamma Quadrant. We're the first humans to ever make way here. Chakotay's like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to a squirrel for an hour. Figure out how we're gonna get through this.
Yeah, seriously. I'm going to go to the holodeck. I'm going to go to the fucking holodeck and go to a forest and talk to my grandfather.
Yeah. Oh no, Tuvok and Neelix have fused into one human. Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll find out what Spirit of Bear has to say about it.
Seriously.
Fucking asshole.
Hey, you could teleport, asshole. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, what a dickhead.
But a local man from Miami is fighting to change that. And already, his movement is making an impact.
Nobody else is doing Voyager fucking bits. Nobody.
No. You know what would have been funny in that show is if, like, the what was the name of the rebel group?
The Maquis.
Yeah. So what would have been really funny is when they got to the Gamma Quadrant, Janeway was like, "No, fuck it. You guys still tried to lead a rebellion," and then they had to spend the entire series in the brig,
that'd be
just
really
slowly aging and dying and wasting away.
And fucking Kim never getting promoted. Like he was for 7 years. Never got promoted. Paris was demoted and then promoted in the show, and Kim was never promoted.
Everyone got promoted on that show. Did you know, by the way, Garrett Wang, did you know it's not a real military? They could have just promoted you if they liked you.
Yeah, they
at
could have
the
done
end.
whatever they want.
But they just didn't like you.
Here's tonight's Don't Trash Our Treasure.
You can blame George Takei for that.
Just after sunset, hundreds stretched and laced up for the weekly Tuesday night Brickell Run Club 5K.
Everybody that's in the Brickell Run Club is a fucking douchebag.
Through the streets of downtown Miami. Many making intentional strides to reduce their footprint on the planet.
Don't worry about how you. Then why are they running?
By blocking traffic.
They are. We'll take them back.
All
and
of the
we'll give
women
them
in this marathon have herpes, but they're hot enough that you would consider catching it from them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. You're right.
Sneaker impact.
Donating their old running shoes to give them a second life.
Just like clockwork, every single week we get shoes because everybody kind of goes through their shoes at a different pace or a different period of time, and we'll take pretty much any running.
Ew.
Frankie Reese is the founder of Brickell Run Club. He's also the most effective foot soldier for Sneaker Impact, a movement to upcycle.
Hey, if you
and
guys need a bunch of sneakers, I know a giant pile of them that you can get for free. What? I'm trying to help the plastics thing.
No, it's not. Well, those were made.
All right. Sorry, I was just spitballing.
Do that, man. Come on.
Doing what? I was trying to help the environment.
Making me sad.
Hey,
Wait, is that why you're trying to help the environment? That's why you always bring up that there was no smokestacks because they're bad for the environment?
Yeah, because the carbon impact of those places would have been horrible.
Merce, thanks for reminding me. If you have a big office project and need a whole bunch of paper clips, I can tell you one spot where there's a lot in one place.
Okay, that's.
Recycle used running shoes, diverting them from going to landfill.
There's runners that can go 5 to 8 pairs a year of running shoes, and some even more than that.
Concerning because recent data shows that in the
Can we
U.S.
agree
alone,
I at least I believe that running is actually an unhealthy addiction for some people?
Yeah, I know some
Not
people.
all.
No, but I do know some. No,
There is a small percentage of people I feel like
there are
shortening
people
their
that are
lifespans
that
and
are
are insane.
yes, that are really into it, and then they start looking like fucking like AIDS patients. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
I
it's
don't like
too much. It's too much cardio, dude. Relax.
Yeah, I don't like that shit at all. You're actually more likely. You're more to me that the healthiest looking people are the ones that do marathons but come in like dead last. Come in like an hour and a half after the first guy comes through, you know? Like, those are the healthier ones. Like, you can do a whole ass marathon, but you're not doing it in 40 minutes, and you don't look like you're dying.
Genocide Circus says that must be Walmart's new stop, drop, and rollback deals. Okay.
Ayo.
These people are just. They said they learned it from watching you. Okay.
The admission caught on a Colorado police officer's body cam will make you angry.
Probably.
A woman calling herself Rebecca admits she just scammed a senior couple out of $20,000.
Who is this? Nice. Oh, what a piece of shit. You know what? Honestly, you know what? Why I'm happy though? At least it's an American. It's not some Indian doing it. At least we're keeping it in the money in America. You know?
Yeah, and they're just ripping off boomers.
Yeah. But they're also boomers.
We're finally in an era where, like, we don't have to feel bad about elder fraud. Now we're in the boomer era where it's like, now we're just getting our money back.
Scammed them?
Yes.
Why? But again, I'm happy it's happening in America.
For the money. So they got the gift cards and I got the money from it.
Oh no, it's an Indian on the phone. Those are the victims. Okay.
Tom and Sue told our Denver affiliate KUSA TV that they'd received an email that they owed money for a phone they didn't buy with a number to call. When they did, Rebecca answered.
Rebecca.
Saying she was a federal agent and then convinced them to buy dozens of gift cards and give her the PIN codes.
Jesus Christ.
She was very, very convincing.
Very Indian.
Their local bank called.
No, she wasn't convincing.
There's
You're
no way.
fucking stupid.
Called police, who then called
You
Rebecca
literally, the
back.
story literally was they told us we owed money for something we didn't buy on a card we didn't have, so we had to repay them in fucking gift cards.
And then there were,
You're an idiot.
and then she said, "And how will reverse mortgaging the house fix this?"
But amazingly, the scammer, likely overseas,
I heard the woman. She's Indian.
seemed to feel sorry for her victims.
Just calm them down and give them some water and explain them what happened to them, okay?
KUSA Denver reporter Steve Steger.
This couple said their life is in the sewer. They have to start saving again from scratch.
You boomers are really stupid.
Age 75.
Scam investigator Aaron West says international criminal networks run a multi-billion-dollar global scandemic.
These groups are operating.
Who are you? Shouldn't you be making the fucking super suits or the Incredibles?
Out of massive compounds using human trafficked workers and forcing them to execute these scams around the world all day, every day.
And it's very difficult to get stolen money back. To avoid being
You never get it back. You never get it back.
They can be suspicious of anyone trying to befriend you electronically. The government, the police will never email, call, or text demanding money. And
tell that to the IRS. I mean, what?
It's like, I know what they mean, but
I know,
but it's still funny.
but
You're like,
also-
you know, they'll find a way to get in touch with you.
They will. They will. I promise you, if you do not pay for long enough, the government will call you and email you. And they'll call your family. I promise. As a matter of fact, they're so persistent, they'll show up at your door.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll literally, they'll come around and start asking your neighbors, say, is that fat asshole? You ever see him coming
Where's it?
around here? Over
Where's
there?
it? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
treat every email, call, and text as a scam until proven otherwise. Tom, we thank you for watching.
Now they're going to overcorrect and think their fucking grandchildren are scamming them and not answer their phones. You know that's what's going to happen. It happens all the time, dude. Like I watch a lot of the scam stuff on like Daywave, like the Scamfish show and stuff like that. And when I first started watching it, right, like I felt, you feel bad But after
Yeah.
watching enough of them, you stop feeling bad. Like there was a woman who literally like gave away her entire family's life savings, and you know, not all, but many of the scenarios when it's an older woman, it's usually an old woman who never worked a day in her life. Her husband dies, right, and leaves her like hundreds of thousands of dollars, in one case $1 million, and then that should have been, you know, the family investment for all the kids, and they blow it. They blow all of it.
They blow it because John Stamos is hitting on him on Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? Honestly, out of all people, sometimes it might actually be John Stamos.
Yeah, if he asks for money, it's definitely just.
Yeah. If
John Stamos.
Yeah, if that's for money, it is 100% John Stamos. He needs it. He's doing that Greek yogurt commercial.
Don't give John Stamos money.
No, please. Okay, because here's the thing: you think, oh, but you think I know I know when it's fake. No, John Stamos will also accept Target gift cards. So honestly, it's probably just John Stamos. Well, guys, we accept cash over revengeofthesis.locals.com
Nice.
or patreon.com/we're not sorry. $7 a month. You get Wednesday shows. You get half of Friday shows, half of tomorrow's show, and the backlog of all of our paywalled episodes. And you get, people really do like this, the podcast version, the audio-only version, immediately after the show's over with no commercials. You can listen to it right away. The regular one in the RSS feed has commercials, and it takes a little bit longer to go up. That's another benefit of signing up for patreon.com/we're not sorry or revengeofthesis.locals.com. It's in the description of the video. $7 a month, guys. You really just help us keep doing the show. We'll be right back. Stay where you're at.
Let me see it. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it cute?
Yeah, so cute.
Send it to me.
Me too. Yeah, okay. Sending now. Okay. Look what I just posted. Brunch with these two dum-dums.
Oh my gosh, so good. Is this good? I said Sunday fun day with these idiots.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. so cute.
Okay, so cute. Look what I just posted. Eating crap with these sacks of shit. If they died tomorrow, no one would shed a tear. So cute.
Wait, what the hell?
You called me a dum-dum and she called me an idiot, so. Yeah, when you post a pic of yourself where you look really cute, then you have to say something a little self-deprecating so it doesn't look like you're just bragging. Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, this is good. Okay. Slapping down some pig shit with these fat fucks, and I'm the fattest of them all. If I died tomorrow, no one would shed a tear. Load my freaking lard carcass into the mud. No coffin, please. Just wet, wet mud. Bay.
Jesus, Brenda, you called me a dum-dum. Right, it's like a term of endearment.
Okay. All right. I got ya.
Okay.
Gulping down some pig dicks with these bags of meat. Sunday fun day with these pig dicks. Hope nobody gulps us. So, are we the pig dicks or the bags of meat? Okay, let me try another one. Slurping down fish piss with these wet chodes. Total tuna cans. Put a bullet in their fucking brains and leave their wet bodies on the side of the road. Boo caught me sleeping.
You're not sleeping.
Okay, let me try another one.
Okay.
Sitting here with two bona fide pieces of hog shit. Basically like the same thing. They're mad because I won best hog at the hog shit snarfing contest. But I'm not mad because we're all loads of beef sitting on the side of a highway getting our butts sucked by flies. I tagged you both in that.
Why?
Why are you guys bullying me?
Second hour. ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. We appreciate it. If you're watching this on Rumble or on YouTube, give us a like. Subscribe. If you're watching on Locals, thank you. If you're a Patreon member, thank you. We appreciate it. All right. There's this show. I don't know what it is, but they was in the prep, so I'm going to play it because they looked annoying. Love Island. Pessy, you're the resident reality TV expert. What is Love Island? What is Love Island?
Great, thank you, buddy.
What is Love? Hold on, let me try again.
Just keep doing it. Just keep
Pessy,
going. Eventually.
No, it's okay. Pessy, you're
What
the
is Love Island? What is Love Island? What is Love Island? What is Love Island?
What is Love Island? What is Love Island? What is Love Island? Pessy, you're the resident reality TV expert.
What's up?
Oh, there he is. Hey, Pessy, you're the resident reality TV expert.
Yeah,
what's Love Island?
Isn't Love is Love
It's
Island
like an
just
island
another
where
one of
everybody
those-
goes and they love each other.
Oh.
No, it was a British. I remember it was like a British reality show, and it's just people on an island, and they're kind of just like
loving,
coupled up. Yeah, they're coupled up. It's kind of like, you guys remember Temptation Island when they were coupled up and then like coerced constantly to fuck each other and like not and like do all that. This is like that, but less horny.
Okay.
Have you been watching
would I
Love
want that?
Island? Its audience hitting
I obviously haven't.
an all-time high, according to the channel airing the reality show Peacock. We should note that is owned by our parent company, NBCU.
Oh, so this is a live read. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Also touting millions, or really hundreds of millions of people looking at videos and reaction online on various apps, platforms, etc. But here's the thing. Some of that chatter apparently becoming negative, hateful towards the contestants, to the point where the show is now having to issue a warning about cyberbullying
Are you fucking serious right now?
on the air in its most recent episode. NBC's Shaq Brewster has more. I got a text!
Love Island. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to cyberbully these people.
No.
No. That's unfucking fair. That's unfair. You can't do that to me.
In USA, fans saying it's addictive, now so popular that bars are even hosting watch parties.
Any bar that is showing a fucking Love Island watch party is not one I would ever be at.
No.
This is what they show in the WNBA bars when there's not sports.
Is there literally anything? I was going to say, is there literally any sport you can put on the TV at that point?
then generating nonstop buzz on social media.
I'm a mom. Mommy.
Seemingly everyone having an opinion about their favorite couples.
It's gonna be Cheryl.
But some of that conversation turning dark and mean.
Okay, let's see how dark it is. Worst Love Islander in history of the show, delusional entitled. Yikes. Get off my screen. Hudda sucka. She bossy. Too high maintenance. This isn't even that bad.
Well, these are the ones they're showing.
You guys sound very hate.
I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm going to ask this question a lot, so I apologize for being repetitive. I'm not supposed to cyberbully these people.
Nope, not allowed.
Okay.
You're supposed to watch the show and enjoy the show and no opinions.
Okay.
None.
Okay, I'll try.
No.
I'm going to try.
Getting
How about I just don't watch it at all?
No, you also have to watch it.
That's an option.
Not fair.
And that last night, the production calling out cyberbullying in a statement on air, saying the key word in Love Island is love.
Shut the fuck up.
We love our fans. We love our Islanders.
And I love cyberbullying. So, wham, we're really in a real dilly of a pickle, aren't we? Guess what I love?
Yeah, sorry, individual rights.
Mm-hmm.
We don't love cyberbullying.
We're your sovereign citizen, like the most annoying people ever when they get pulled over.
Yeah.
Harassment or hate. And to really drive the point home, posting a similar message on social media last night. Contestant Huda Mustafa at the center of the controversy, with viewers calling her emotional meltdowns a crash out. Her ex and the father of her 4-year-old daughter pushing back in a social media post, saying, remember, she's still human.
But fuck off! Again, everyone
get off these dumb shows.
Everybody wants all this fame without any sort of consequences
No
or backlash.
repercussions.
That's not how it fucking works.
She has a daughter and a life, adding what you guys do will affect her mental health.
I don't care. We don't care. We don't care. I didn't want to bully any of these people. I didn't know who they were. But now, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do now. Because they told me I couldn't do that.
The contestants unplugged from the real world while still filming the show, not able to engage with all the chatter, leading to its host telling the massive audience just days ago,
You still have time to delete all of that?
No, I'm going to do more now.
Because the Islanders don't have their phones?
the drama has viewers hooked, with Peacock, owned by NBC Universal, our parent company, touting it as
our parent company
#2 streaming original last week per Nielsen.
That's
with
right. Hundreds of people were tuned in.
9% of this season's audience new. The franchise providing psychologists for contestants on site and therapy sessions after the show, listed.
They're treating this like they're
Reality
9/11
TV's
firefighters.
gay. Reality TV is so fucking gay now. Remember back in the day we just had people slapping each other and having AIDS and shit? Remember the OG Real World? That shit was fucking wild. And now
we're legit treating them like 9/11 firefighters. We have chaplains and psychologists like staffed ready
Yeah, no,
standing
seriously.
by.
I mean, Jon Stewart's about to do a fundraiser for them.
He's going to start crying.
Mm-hmm.
In the show's credits.
I could be finding my wife here.
Other reality shows also forced to address the issue. Vanessa Lachey, co-host of Netflix dating
Hold on, let me hear her out. What does she have to say?
show Love is Blind, took to Instagram in 2023, writing, please keep in mind online and in life that words have weight.
Just like we don't have to watch your show, you don't have to read the comments. No one's making you.
Yeah. Like, I make fun of you, just make fun of me back. Or ignore me.
In 8 weeks of romance, rows, and rocky
In Love Island UK, where 2 former contestants and a host died by suicide, one of them opening up about cyberbullying before her death. Last year, Love Island
Yeah,
contestant...
is this going to be it? This is. I think they're finally. This is the latest. This is going to be the latest.
Yeah, this is a new one.
Psyop.
Right? New grift.
If they're rolling this out, they got the Fox girl and now this, and this is going to be the next thing. This is the next right they're going to chip away at. Online anonymity and all this, like, cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a terrible problem. Melania's going to come out and do like a whole, there are people who kill themselves. We have to make it illegal for people to be anonymous online and to make a Jordan Peterson cry.
Is this? I wonder if this has an update on.
Jordan's going to be like, I was at the White House when they signed the bloody bill.
Hello, welcome to Shredder Sports Science. I made the mistake of clicking on the internet.
They were going to force people to pay. And Joe Snurlman,
He's out of prison now. He bailed out, dude.
Hey.
Joe Rogan better be careful.
Joe Rogan would fucking kill this guy. I mean, obviously, the big thing is you got to be worried about him having like a gun or something, like a crazy person tool with him. But like, if he doesn't have a crazy person tool with him, Joe Rogan's fine.
Remember that John Bravo said that this dude was on drugs. So
what the heck? I have it on good authority, good inside information that this cuckoo head is doing drugs.
Cuckoo head, I like that. Cuckoo head.
We got to get that guy on.
I want to. He's awesome.
The Liver King has...
And he looks like that one of those guys that if you dug into him, he's probably unindictable.
Yeah.
He probably does. He's probably not into any weird sexual shit. He probably doesn't drink or do drugs. Like, he's got, like, no scandals. You go hang out with John Bravo, and he's just like, hello, thank you. I would like coffee black and 11 egg whites, please. Don't even cook them.
Has just been arrested for threatening to take out Joe Rogan. Will that hit every part of the algorithm?
Record anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make...
By the way, this had all the energy of like a goofy Sam Hyde video.
Yeah.
Right? Like, could you imagine if word for word, Sam Hyde made the exact same video as Liver King about Joe Rogan?
But Joe, yeah,
everyone would have been spreading it and being like, this is actually pretty funny. You know what I mean?
But this guy really went...
No, this is real, though, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably meth, right?
Send anymore.
It's gotta be.
All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight.
Imagine Rogan liver kicking the Liver King. Now that is a TikTok video I would actually watch. Disgraced influencer Liver King arrested in Texas after calling out Joe Rogan in unhinged posts.
We're just going to make people pay that deserve it. Not many, 3 of them mainly, or 4. I'll just say who they are.
Heisenberg's best customer, the Liver King, seems to have completely derailed.
Heisenberg's best customer.
And made a series of videos targeting Rogan, Derek, more plates, more dates, and even John Bravo, who are on his list, as he calls it.
The more plates, more date. Derek Better Man, soon to be. That's what he's going to be. Never a barbarian until he changes to become a better man. We're going to make that guy pay. We're going to make a few of those guys pay. And then Johnny Bravado.
Okay, so meth and what else, though, right? It's something else. Virgie, you're the expert. What are we thinking here? Because he's doing meth, but he's something else to keep him balanced.
I mean, it could just be meth. I mean, again, it's not the meth that makes you crazy. It's literally the being up for fucking 4 days straight.
It's the cigars that'll kill you.
I think it's the no sleep. I think he's definitely
Till
on
till Brooklyn. Or no sleep till Austin.
Till Brooklyn.
No sleep till Austin.
But he's definitely on some kind of upper. But like, dude, eating all that weird raw meat and balls and this and that, like, he must have parasites in his fucking brain.
You think he has ball parasites? I would believe that. It's a lot of raw. It's a lot of raw meat that he eats.
I don't think he's on a bunch of drugs. I just think if he's on meth, you start going into crazy town because you're doing meth and you're awake for fucking like 3 days straight, and the human brain is simply incapable of doing that unless it's on meth. So like you just start like that's why people seem straight up schizophrenic once they've been up tweaking for a few days. You're like, you need some sleep, buddy.
There's no way Joe Rogan's not going to talk about this. I just want to say his perspective on it.
I think he's good. Can we all make our guess here? I think he's going to reference it cryptically at first, and only in episodes where it's like Shane Gillis or Ari.
Right. It'll be his friends there. Yeah.
You know, they'll be like, I got to carry a bow on me now. You know, you never know who's going to be popping out of my bushes.
Rogan won't have a chance if Ari's there because Ari will bring it up. That's what'll happen, you know?
Not touch that hair.
There it is. There he is.
I make shopping lists and still forget to buy the tomatoes. The bloke who eats cow's brains has a list of people's names and probably still forgets to buy the tomatoes. He even had a box with Rogan's face on it.
That was weird, dude. That box that he had with like Rogan's face on it, then he put an axe on it.
And in the box, the equipment loadout for Agent 47. Someone's been playing too much.
Hey!
Nice shout out.
Come on, man. We did that. That was us.
Much Hitman, methinks.
Lights out. I'm going to choke him out. And I kind of hope that if you win, That's how it happens, because like to wake up from that dream, break it on me. I hope that you won't feel me tap. That's never happening, tapping, because I have something actually to fight for.
Brian, you were meant to take the trash out, not monologue about how martial arts won't work on you because you have the mentality, bro. He's lost the plot, and after making a series of unhinged videos discussing what he's going to do to Rogan, he travelled to Texas where Rogan lives. Here he is in the hotel in Texas.
I want to reiterate what I said yesterday about Liver King. Sir, Joe Rogan would plant one kick in your upper chest.
It wouldn't even
and you'd wake up a different TikTok personality.
It wouldn't even be close. Like, it wouldn't even be a fight.
And I'm not a Rogan, bro.
No, I'm not. But
I've seen him.
I've seen him. I have seen him kick a bag. Is what I've seen. I've seen him. I know that he's an actual kickboxer, and I know that he does actual jujitsu with UFC people. So yeah, he would fucking destroy Liver King.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, who does he? Oh, he's such an idiot.
I like when people make fun of how short Joe Rogan is too. I'm like, oh, so you mean he'll kick you in your face and not lose his balance? Oh yeah, that's wow. You really have an advantage there.
Yeah, good luck. By the way, good luck. Okay.
So he'll kick you in the face and not slip. Okay, well that's even more scary.
He made sure to pack a screwdriver in case there were a few screws loose. Here is his wife being told what was happening during his arrest.
They, listen, just take this with a grain of salt, but they assured me he's going to be in an hour.
Wife's kind of cute.
Yeah.
It's like, we got to process you.
Oh, did you hear the disappointment? You see how she's like, oh, God damn it, I thought this was over. You're telling me he's going to be out tonight? Shit.
Fucking.
No, she's with him, dude. She was arguing with people online, too, for him.
Was she?
Yeah.
She's a ride or die, bro.
24 hours.
24 hours?
I don't know. They could do a 24-hour. Take you this way to the lobby. Thank you.
You know, the coolest thing about her is that she can handle her meth.
Got distracted by an urgent need to zip up that backpack.
Yo, can we talk about this fucking thick police agent here? Look at that.
Bro.
Thick.
And here,
I recognize I said police agent.
Here he was a week or so before all this happened, looking like the mad bird lady from Home Alone.
You know.
Oh my God, I didn't see this one. He has Lisa's fucking hair.
How about Barbarian? It's a modern day rite of passage. It's weaponizes our young men with principles to strive.
He's clearly on more than PEDs, and as much as he's made himself a comic character, this latest development is really concerning. It's the big story on social media right now. I'm sure you've seen many channels commenting on it. Maybe this is a publicity stunt, but even for the Liver King, this would be an incredibly stupid thing to do. Hopefully everything can...
Getting the federal government involved in the FBI is a really weird publicity stunt.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If Royce came up to you and was like, look, man, we need to promote ROTC. We're not really doing good. I got this idea. I'm going to credibly threaten Joe Rogan's life. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe we could come up with a different... Like, well, I'm not saying no. We'll put that on the back burner, but maybe we'll try to come up with an alternative to having your
What about a
door
car?
kicked.
What about a car wash? Or
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some advertising, some marketing. I don't know.
David Bond. Remember him?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not looking great.
Yo, what up, guys? David Bond YouTube. David Bond YouTube. Hopefully all the kinks are fixed.
Are you
wait
from
for
an
you guys to
undisclosed
join
location?
back in. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me verify the audio is working good. Okay, we are back. What's up, guys? I'm just living the dream.
Are you? That doesn't look very dreamy.
Yeah, it seems like a nightmare, but let's see.
People start to die, you know, family, friends, you know, mostly family, older family. You start to, you know, think about, like, what is family? And these people hold certain, like, emotional places in your.
They wrote articles about you being a weird sex pest in other countries, bro.
Yeah, what do you mean family? You mean the people you left behind so you could go be a sex tourist?
Enemies, you know, like people who we were blah blah blah. I mean,
Look
just
at
ask ChatGPT what you should take, and I take it. I take all of it before bed.
Is this his like thing? Is this what he's doing?
I guess.
Yeah, when I started YouTube, I didn't tell anyone. When I ended up
Yeah, I
having,
want to talk about family while this big titty Asian bimbo.
No, I'm
fucking
wondering, did
screams.
somebody superimpose this? Is this an edit?
No, this is from his official. This is from his official.
Oh,
video.
okay, then he's insane.
Yeah. That's a live that he did. Yeah, that's a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the last thing. That's the last thing.
That's
he's
insane.
done. That's the last thing he's done. Yeah. He also streamed this.
all right, we should be in business.
Good start.
Let's see what's going on here.
Killing it.
Are we in business? Are we in business?
Oh my God, I can't. I'm not gonna watch this.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
dude.
I know, Interpol wanted him, whatever, assassinated. But
sorry,
what happened now?
Let's listen to a track. Guys, let's check out attraction methods. Okay, this guy has the ultimate pickup lines. All right, let's try some. Forget David Bond. He's old and busted. All right.
What happened to him? He's like a shell of his former self.
A lot of criminal charges, a lot of not potential criminal charges, a lot of threats of them getting kicked out of countries will scare you to just try to be a streamer. That's the real reason.
You don't fear rejection. You fear what rejection
Yes,
might
this is a
say
pickup artist,
about
okay?
you. What if she does not smile
What
back?
if she says no? You just hold her down. You get many people from village. A little hint of that in there.
What if she does not smile back? What if she says no? What if this no
says no
confirms the
What if she does not like the smell of poop?
you believe about yourself that you're not good enough? You're not looking for a line. You're looking for a way to avoid the pain. You're not looking for words. You're looking for protection. I hear this all the time. Magic. How do I approach her? What do I say to her?
Well, listen, it's very helpful, and I'm going to give you a free tip. We're not going to charge you, okay? Free tip. I'm giving it away. I'm giving it away, Merch, today. Try not being Indian, because like that right there is get you ahead of a lot of people, mostly Indians.
Get out in front of that Indianness.
Let's be honest. If lines worked, you wouldn't be here. You would be a master by now. Men who win
Pickup
with
lines are literally like a joke in movies. Nobody actually does that.
I do.
I
do it to Marie every time she comes home. I'll be like, hey, did it hurt? She goes, did what hurt? Not clearing out the dishwasher like I told you to? And that's my line. That's my pickup line. Hey, you got any fries to go with that PMS attitude? That's my other one. And
Yeah,
I have
I
a
got-
few. I got a few different ones.
I go, hey, are you from Tennessee? Because I'm gonna fucking send you back with a black eye if you come home fucking late one more time. I swear to God.
See, like we're old school romantics is what they call us.
Yeah.
never think about winning. They know they're the prize. They never obsess over words. They radiate. And I'm the best thing that's ever going to happen to you. And this is not arrogance.
This is every
alignment.
Indian in their head. Every single Indian thinks they're this guy.
Yeah.
You want to transform your dating life. Stop asking, what do I say? Start asking, why don't I feel
Are you just going to keep
worthy
playing the same royalty-free music on the same loop?
Yeah.
Okay.
yet? Fix what you can, but more importantly, own what makes you magnetic. Every man has a secret weapon.
Bro, it's just bullshit.
It's so sad. The
And
people
the-
that need this are sad.
Maybe this
I
one.
have interesting question for you. I like this woman, but she is unsure about me. I am thinking of having a talk.
I am thinking of hanging a dog.
This is like all this Indian slop now. The problem is the exchange rate is so good on these sponsored posts on these sites that like Indians are now just cranking out this garbage. And they're dominating like YouTube now.
Different things. Dating is like cactus, and relationships are like roses.
What the fuck does that even mean?
What does that mean? Dating are like cactus and relationship are like roses? Well, Indians are like annoying, so shut up.
And just like you won't water roses with ocean water, you don't generate attraction with deep talks.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
He said you don't understand me, you deep tone.
It sounds like the great Kali.
Yeah.
Dating isn't about convincing her
Marriage
with
is like basil, but being alone is like sage. And just like the pork loin, you do not season the ocean with turtle husk.
logic or pleading your case to make her want to be with you. It's about
poop lighting.
generating a spark that pulls her in and
Getting
makes her
a woman
want
is a lot like cooking with your feet. What?
to be with you. And if you break the rules of attraction, the game ends even before it begins. I see this every week. Men who are great.
The loop's starting
You're
again.
from
loyal,
You're from
smart,
a society
worthy.
that like literally invented forced marriage because your own women won't fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, your own women aren't prizes.
No.
That's you know what I mean?
It's a real mixed bag, really. Okay, how about this? Forget the Indian guy. How about Coach Kyle?
Don't be afraid to say the wrong thing when it comes to...
Yo, no cap though? Like, bro, like on God, dude? Like, for real, dude? Like, hey, how come you have a YouTube plaque, but you only have 25,000 subscribers and this video has 700 views? How do you have a YouTube plaque?
Oh, Royce. So it turns out you can just buy those.
What? No. You tell me I can get a Rumble dildo anytime I want?
That actually might be harder to get made because they'd be like, "What? I don't know what that is."
Okay, well, homie is he's staying at it's an Airbnb, and
Yeah.
he put a YouTube plaque. And then, by the way, the Airbnb's so cheap that's that Amazon furniture in the backyard.
Don't be afraid to say the wrong thing when it comes to interacting with women. Because
What's
your
the matter?
ability-
You couldn't get the ocean side. You had to get the intercoastal side. It faces the other buildings.
Yeah, well, listen, dude, the other side's more expensive. You know that. You know how. You
no
don't-
ocean view.
You don't even get a view of the Bad Boys Bridge there, dude.
No.
Okay, come on, man. Let's take this guy seriously. He's a pickup artist.
Thing when it comes to interacting with women. Because your ability to be able to speak with no filter in a confident way, being able to have wit with women, or be able to communicate your genuine, authentic self, these are essential skill sets in order to create attraction and have success with women.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so I was the guy who had a very big filter when it came to communicating, when it came
That Airbnb's empty too. Do you hear the echo?
came to starting interactions with strangers, when it came to dating women or trying to flirt with women or asking women out, I'd always be in my head. I would have this massive filter as I was thinking about,
yeah?
Is this good enough to say? Or how do I make this flirty? Or
Hey, you know what you don't really see a lot of in these videos? Women.
advanced conversation techniques. And so my
All
advice...
right, the first rule of my technique is never ever let a woman know that you're watching these videos because she will fucking laugh at you for the rest of her life.
Dude, and his thumbnails make it look like he's interacting with women, but he's not.
But that, yeah, it looks kind of like they're just running away quickly.
Again, they buy views and shit too.
Yeah, I mean, it's we're gonna see this now. There's gonna be, because of the Tates too. There's gonna be an explosion of all these wannabes now,
Oh yeah.
and it's pathetic, and it's I don't know, man. I don't care about the people that fall for it anymore. Like, if you're that much of a loser, you think this guy's got some secret tips you don't know about, go ahead, give him all your money.
Okay. Let's do this.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Benjert. We're obsessed with our good looks. We're a vain couple. Whenever we FaceTime each other, we know we're just looking at ourselves. We're both famous.
Dude, they're pretty hot, right? They're good looking.
We are both so beautiful to be laying upon your eyes upon. We lackings to do the media socialness, to look of the beautifulness of us on you.
Rachel was bisexual
Yeah.
in 2021.
Oh,
These are literal NPCs from the Phantom Liberty DLC.
Yeah, yeah.
These
They're
are
the
like
fucking first
these are like NPCs in a game that didn't want to hire any English speaking voice actors.
They look like they know Aqua B-sides.
Yeah.
They look like when my buddy once lent me like a CD-ROM that was all in Russian of a bunch of cracked games, and this was The Sims in Russian.
Told me I wasn't 100% surprised.
I didn't wear socks with my shoes, so I guess that's a gay thing.
I was really scared.
Because you're gay. You're a gay guy. You really
Hey,
seem-
says you, pal.
She looks like Mars Attacks lady.
She does. She
I
looks
know,
like a
it's
Mars
super hot.
Attack.
Going through his phone, making sure he wasn't
Now
on,
you're right though. They look like Tim Burton characters.
on like Grindr.
On my what? Grinder? What's happening?
Oh no! What? Oh no!
I gotta listen. We weren't listening. We were making fun of how hot they were.
Obviously, when
Oh,
he
no.
first told me, I wasn't 100% surprised.
I didn't wear socks with my shoes, so I guess that's a gay thing.
I was really scared going through his phone, making sure he wasn't on like Grindr
I'm making sure he wasn't on Grinder.
or something. Benjer's actually the one who inspired me in the beginning to be okay with getting plastic surgery. I've had jaw implants put in.
I got 2 nose jobs.
I had my chin shaved down.
Jaw implants, chin implants.
I buckled down pad reduction.
Why?
I got my teeth done. Botox everywhere. And lip fillers.
I think the comment that we get the most is sick therapy. Looking skinny and overdone.
But she doesn't know. your
He's cheating
relationship.
on you. If I wanted to a guy, I would just get divorced.
I think you fucked guys before.
You think?
Benjer and I are really perfect for each other because
Yo, you are. That I will agree with. You're perfect for each other. You're just both codependent attention whores.
They
who
were
I don't know.
literally made for each other.
Thankfully, the last Truly one we played, none of them were on OnlyFans, were just on TikTok, and it wasn't even that bad of a thing. Mom and the kid's girlfriend or friends, it was fine.
Turned out to not be like the worst thing.
This one, I
was
telling you-
cautious the whole time.
I'm telling you, this will lead to Only. This is an OnlyFans thing. I'm telling you, these people are too fucking weird for it not to be an OnlyFans thing.
because we have a really direct way of communicating. We don't get offended by it, but it's like, hey, you look like that. You gotta like, you know? I'm Rachel. This is my husband, Benjer. We're both 28 years old, and we get judged because we get a lot of plastic surgery. We used to be really religious, so we actually met at a church activity.
3 months later,
okay,
we already knew we were getting married. So
Nothing
we're
gay
pretty
happens at
What do you
like
think?
church camp things.
Mm.
Nothing
Is that
ever.
cute?
Looks
Nothing.
nice.
Yeah?
She looks like one of the fembots from Austin Powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the way that your hair is kind of like in your face.
like
Yeah, I like the way you look like a video game character, you know?
Yeah, I like the way you have like a Corey Feldman thing going.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Are you one of his angels?
It's
Superman guy.
It wasn't until I was 16, 17
So you were
that
normal.
I really wanted to start being
Be
more
weird.
extra. Everyone's always like, Rachel, how do you like make your hair? It's so easy. What I'm hiding under here
You bought it.
is actually just a foam bun. He was the very first guy that I ever dated that really cared about what he was wearing.
I grew up
Gay guys. You're dating a gay guy.
in a hair salon. And so I was very used to seeing my mom and my sister being very girly, like liking beauty things. And that's what I think got me interested in beauty and procedures.
We were very devout, so we didn't do anything until we were married. Even now that we're not Mormon anymore,
We still don't have sex because, again, clearly gay guy. So that hasn't
What is
changed.
happening?
That hasn't changed.
it didn't impact our relationship because we have so many other things that we had in common anyway.
We're both very conservative growing up. And even though we were both bisexual,
There it is.
We are bisexual, but we do not believe in race mixing.
Wait a second. Guys, I'm conflicted.
Very weird mixing.
Hold on, I'm
Very weird
conflicted.
mixture.
I am very conflicted with that one.
bisexual, we just hid that from everybody. We thought it was a secret it was going to go to, the grave with because it was such a bad thing.
I think we both probably had our suspicions about each other, but we just never.
She
did
definitely
anything.
did because I didn't wear socks with my shoes, so I guess that's a gay thing.
Oh,
But I never thought of her. I never imagined that she would be also bisexual.
Look, if that's a gay thing, every Cuban guy's gay, dude. I'm not wearing socks with this shit.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Virgie. Piece of shit. It's very warm in Florida.
Anything other than straight. And so
And the guys are very hot.
looks can be deceiving, not so much for me, and I'm happy to look very loud now. I told Rachel I was bisexual in 2021.
Obviously, when he
And then she called me the F slur. But what she didn't know is that got me off sexually.
first told me, I wasn't 100% surprised, but I was really scared because I thought if he's telling me this, he's probably gonna leave me. Because I had also had these feelings about girls my whole life. And I just had never planned on telling him because I was like, well, why did I say something?
It's hot if you do it, but not if
Yeah,
he
it's
does
not
it.
as hot
Women
when he
don't
does it.
understand
Yeah.
the hypocrisy of it.
The smell alone is.
Yeah.
Not planning on doing anything about it. For the first few months after he told me, I was on like high alert, going through his phone, making sure he wasn't on like Grindr or something. Because he's been so transparent.
Making the mailman suck his dick in front of me so he wouldn't get hard. Like, I really was trying to make sure. It turns out he got hard, and now the mailman keeps showing up.
I have nothing to worry about.
I never had the desire to do other things outside my marriage. I'm fully satisfied. It's way more than sex, and that's the only thing.
Did you bleep out sex?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I got to do it with you guys sometime. It's yeah.
So, like, if you were to clip this and I were to go sex, 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 that would just be bleeped.
Yeah, yeah, if I clipped it.
Okay, you know
But
what? That was very passive aggressive, Bessie. Very.
Me?
Yes.
Passive aggressive?
Thing I would
never
get.
Honestly, it would probably end up just being one long beep.
Is there anything funnier than that phrase right there?
Me?
Passive aggressive. Me.
And that I don't need because honestly, I do the same thing with my wife.
Benjer's actually the one who inspired me in the beginning to be okay with getting plastic surgery. Hey guys, welcome to Exposing Rachel and Benjer.
Today we're talking about
Is it OnlyFans?
all the plastic surgeries we've done and all the things that we regret doing. I started creating content for my business, and that's when I saw myself on camera all the time. I was like, gosh, my nose kind of crooked, my teeth are kind of messed up. And that's when I started doing plastic surgery. And back then I was kind of embarrassed because like, well, no guys do it. And if they do it, they're secretive about it. But as I grew older, it's like, well, why be embarrassed? People in Hollywood are doing it, so who gives a shit, you know?
Not like that.
I was like,
Also, they're in Hollywood.
Yeah, you're just a fucking weirdo.
do what I
Yeah,
want
she
to be
really
able to
does
do
just look
too.
like a robot.
Yeah.
Which she didn't need to because she looked perfect already.
I think he looks perfect, whatever he does. He could have a nose that was like out to here, and I'd still think, well, probably not, but I would still probably think that he was like the hottest guy in the world. I've had jaw implants put in. I had my chin shaved down. I had buccal fat pad reduction, Botox everywhere. I have filler in my under eyes, my smile lines. I filler in my
You know,
nose.
I don't know what it is. I kind of like them.
Why?
I don't hate them, dude. I don't know if they're pretty all right.
You know what I would do if I met her? I would look at a random spot on her face and I would go, ooh. And she goes, what? I go, no, nothing. Don't worry about it. Never mind.
It's fine. No one will
That
know-
would-
and just say no one will
Super.
notice and be like, all right, have a good day, and just leave.
That would keep her awake.
Yeah, we should bully women. It's bully women that have plastic surgery.
All the time.
Well, okay.
Even when they're doing shit right.
Like, as in this happens.
I have the biggest lips in the world. My body is the most
What?
Hey, she looks like that Muppet.
expensive thing I
Like, we can agree that, like, certain, at least some level of plastic surgeons belong in prison.
Yeah.
Like, whoever did this should go to jail, right?
Damn, that's fucked up. Bro, that's fucked up. No,
That's
really.
prison time. In Mercer's America, that's prison time.
Look at that. Oh my god.
You want to know the worst part? She can still talk.
That's the worst part.
over 1,000 cc in my face alone.
Ah!
Of plastic, and my whole body has more plastic than.
They do look like they're weirdly disconnected, almost like it's fucked up.
Looks like a hippopotamus's pussy.
Imagine being in a quiet room with her next to you. You're trying to like read in a library, and because her lips can't close, she's just next to you going.
Hey, Roy, it looks like a hippopotamus's pussy. I didn't know they were Asian.
Because it's sideways? Because it's sideways, right? Yeah.
Her face looks like a sliced papaya.
It does.
First procedure I would have, I think, with 80, 90, so, and it was lip filler.
You know what it looks
Wait,
like?
she had work done?
It almost looks like one of those like bits where somebody like superimposes a mouth of somebody talking backstage.
Yeah, yeah.
Over somebody.
Like
but,
Conan. Conan did that all the time.
Yeah. But this looks like a badly done version where it's like you made the mouth like way too big, dude.
Or Steve Harvey's doing it.
What the hell?
Of course. My first have been my breast implants. My
Wow, those are fake too?
first with 600 cc. Then I had.
Oh my god.
for
Okay,
lipless.
for reference, the other day the normal looking titties was like 300.
Okay.
And I had eyelid. Then I had a voice surgery to get my voice more feminized.
At least you
is
still
that,
sound
is this a
normal.
trans?
I mean, how can
I don't want to check.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to know anything about it.
It said voice more feminized. Hold on.
And
It's like I know there's naked photos of this one. Like let's just like I just assume, and I'm not. I don't know. I know.
Pessy just.
There's
you
a
break
boner.
Pessy.
There is a boner in those leather pants. Look at the leather pants. There is a boner. There is a fucking boner.
Or Royce, her pussy looks like a lips.
There is a boner in those leather pants. I'm telling you, there is a
Maybe she's
penis
just
there.
plump.
Look at the
no,
penis, Clarence.
no.
Look at the penis, buddy.
No. Check it out. What do you think, Clarence?
Look at the penis.
Look at the penis clearance. It's one of the funniest.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
Look at it falling at you.
It's gonna be all right, pal.
God damn it, Royce.
I was muted when you turned around and said, "Look at the penis clearance," and pointed. I was fucking
Royce, did you send that to Virgie?
No, it's on the screen.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna send it to Virgie just in case.
Okay, good. There you go.
Okay.
That's
I
a
don't need
penis. That's a boner.
Why do I have it? I don't need that.
That's in two places for you.
That's a penis.
Thanks.
Cool. Look, when they're that big of a monsters, you can't tell anymore.
Breast implants my first with 600 cc. Then I had for lip lift, and I had eyelid. Then I had a voice surgery to get my voice more feminized.
I don't
Then had a
understand anything you're saying.
booty surgery, getting booty implants the first set.
You had the feminization thing. I see it worked.
Yeah, obviously.
After
It
that,
sounds
I
like you're
got
talking through a Halloween mask.
bigger breast implants and
She is.
1000 cc silicone. After that, I got
When someone puts a vacuum up to your mouth.
When you're riding a roller coaster.
Ugh.
When you're messing with the leaf blower.
Yeah. Oh God, that is rough, man.
Looking
When
good.
you get stung by a bee trying to pay back Tom Nook.
Okay. All right. Animal Crossing ref.
and after the chicken chin implants, I got even bigger booty implants. I got even bigger
I got
breast implant expanders, and right now for to 1,800 cc.
What the fuck?
And I got a BBL, and I think that has been everything. In total, I have spent around 160,000 US
How?
dollars, which alone are by like
Where does she get her money?
like 50,000 US dollars.
You know
just
where
for
they get their money.
I have
Yeah.
the biggest lips in the world, but I
It's
won't
so
stop.
gross, man. How does
there and want to go even.
Looks like it hurts.
When I was like 19
You ever
years
leave
old.
gummy worms on the dash of a car?
She started at 19 years old, dude. She started at 19, dude.
And I started with 0.5
Just
cc. I
congeals.
think. Right now I got lips.
This is why I'm serious, man. I think a lot of fucking plastic surgeons should be thrown in prison.
Genocide Circus says, sounds like they were a part of the new reality show Survival of the Fittest. They voted themselves off. D-Ball Money says, Joe Rogan could roundhouse a McDonald's and turn it into a Wendy's. On the John says, a successful Indian pickup artist picks up women against her will and runs away.
Around sometimes even every week.
Yeah,
Mostly.
yeah, I'm with you, Merce. Fucking surgeons, fucking plastic surgeons doing surgery shouldn't have the same attitude as the hat guy at the mall with your stupid.
No, but seriously,
fucking-
like it's like I understand skin grafts and like burn victims and even fake tits and things like that. Maybe a little tucky tuck on the face, but when somebody proves this kind of a procedure, there should be scrutiny. There should be some kind of board that steps in and goes, no, you're psychotic. This doctor is fucking Joseph Mengele. You're all going to jail.
Yeah, has a penis.
Oh,
I found an article. No, I found an article. Actually, the Hodge twins posted 10 hours about her and said, yeah, transgender.
In 2 or 4 weeks. I always travel from Mallorca to Frankfurt to my expert for that. I got on to regular because I want to grow really big.
1/2 hour, 2.5 hour.
Have a couple of sausages.
Extreme, I get really pumped up, and so I always ask her when
Genocide Circus, Google Fishman Chi. It's the same thing.
my lips are ready for getting filtered, and if she says like now you can go bigger, then I go there. I love about having big lips, but it really affects my daily life and the attention I get. And having big lips totally affects how I talk of girls, but also how I drink. So it's sometimes even hard to breathe when I'm going for a run or so. I don't think.
Well, then why did you do this?
Hey, you're talking about him.
Yeah, I guess.
Genetics or anything.
Congratulations.
My friends and family, we are sometimes confused, but always understanding with my look because they knew me. They.
Merch, smash your pants.
That is a nightmare.
I'm gonna ask the chat room, guys. Smash your pass. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Huh?
False advertising. Nothing about that is juicy.
Always say like that's not that extreme because it's just right now that I'm outside what I always have been inside, so it's not
a guy.
Ew.
That confusing. This is my girlfriend, Cassivani.
What the fuck?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what
That's on brand.
I don't know what I expected.
Doesn't get any weirder. It just got. It's not that it got any more extreme. We just moved sideways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's lateral weirdness.
And we always say we met without boobs because she had an AA cup and I had an AA cup and Vienna was flat as a board. Yeah, Vienna had no boobs. I'm really happy for Vienna that she's able to express
Yeah, you were flat as a
herself in the way
board.
she would love to, that she
Never
made
mind.
a profession out of her passion for
Her passion for having weird lips and tits and shit.
extreme looks and
I feel like right now, I feel like Freddy Krueger's trying to kill me, but in one of Jim Norton's dreams.
Yeah, no, Jim. This. Yeah.
Bro, I feel like someone made AI porn of the Land of Confusion video.
This is the world we live in, and these are the lips we're given.
No, they're not. You went and bought those lips.
In the
Those
Star
were
Trek
not the
universe,
lips you were given.
in the Star Trek universe, this amount of difference would constitute its own race.
It would. It absolutely would.
I work basically the same job as Vienna, so I'm not
She's named after the sausages.
at all for clients or anything.
It's ironic on account of the.
I have the same job as Vienna. It's not that bad. I just think it's not weird at all for her clients. She's a fucking escort. Weird
Like,
old
it's
rich
Vienna,
men
but
pay
still really
to do this thing, sex with it.
I think that's
so
cool.
I'm really happy for her. As long as
I think that's kind of cool, dude.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's progressive and awesome.
Just flat. I think it's cool.
I like how horrible the world's gotten now. You can just be like, oh yeah, they're cutting off kids' dicks and giving them robot pussies, and like and Royce is so checked out at this point in his life. It's
dude.
like cool,
Cool,
Yeah,
dude.
cool man,
Cool,
Awesome,
rad.
man.
Robots, awesome.
Jeff listening.
Whatever, dude. I don't know.
I don't care anymore,
I don't
man.
care, man.
Think about it.
What can I do about it? Literally nothing anymore. I just have to sit here and be outraged every day. About what? About nothing? Nothing's going to change.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm still gonna be mad, but not about this shit, man.
Yeah.
I got other shit to be mad about.
This is just for me to laugh at, okay?
as long as she don't have any big problems with her lips, she should go as far as she wants to go. I face a lot of judgment because of my appearance. People think
Why? You're so beautiful.
I do it for men, or people think I like got botched or anything.
I can't hear what you're saying on the count of your botched lips.
Public,
Ma'am, your face looks like the underside of a conch.
Yeah, seriously.
in Germany really rude, and also like
Like a
attacking.
snail's foot.
Yeah, have you ever seen the bottom of like a snail or like a sea slug or something?
Yeah.
Or those fish that stick to the aquarium side?
I look back that in Berlin there I just had like gone like 100 meters and it got spit in my direction. People filmed directly in my face. People go to me and scream at me.
Yeah! Because you probably scare children. I mean, how do you even explain that to your kid? How do you explain that to your child?
There's of
We're aliens.
course I got daily date invites and
Yeah,
anything.
you were
but
also in Berlin. Those were called Muslims that were screaming at you.
Yeah, for real.
There's a cancel every 2 months, so every month bleach.
Her asshole. She bleaches her asshole.
Well, you have to, keep that area.
Yeah, like I said.
When your asshole's also your pussy, you know what I mean? You really got to keep up on that thing.
Does your carpet does your carpet match the gape?
It's like when you use your personal car for work.
Hey, you can laugh about that if you want, but you can write 65% of that off, okay, Virgie?
Gotta keep it kind of clean,
Yeah. I still have to get to the valet on the weekend, I don't want to be like fucked up. You know what I mean? Oh, but I'm gonna be fucked up.
Get my hair extensions set up. Now I don't have extensions thing because I had Brazilian butlers and
You
would be
look
really
like a Harlequin baby. It's terrifying.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, who doesn't love babies?
It's cool. It's so cool. Right.
Yeah.
No, wait, you look cool.
comfortable and really
Keep telling them how cool they look, dude.
hinder the healing if I would have extensions.
You should get more surgeries.
Like
Look
go
real
to my
cool.
booty.
I mean, she could look a little cooler. I bet you can make them a little bigger than that because I heard there's somebody.
Just a couple little tweaks.
Heard there's someone in Argentina coming for you, bitch. You better make them bigger.
But now it's the final time to get them set in again. I spent around 400 euros or like $500.
That's too many
per
euros.
month on my hair, which makes
You
like
spend money on that hair, really? You look like you brush your hair with a. You look like you brush your hair with a balloon.
$6,000 per year. I had decided to get
See?
extensions in my hair that are like 90 centimeters, I think.
I don't know what those things are, man. What is a centimeter?
We look forward to it. I love what having long hair that it's. I think it just looks hot having long
Your
hair.
hairdresser looks like a classy crack whore.
Can you imagine her lipstick budget?
Some of things they're beautiful. I never think I can imagine myself stopping dressing or getting surgeries like I am now. Because before I had this, I was unhappy. And now I'm finally happy and just...
Yeah, so
Yeah, you look happy.
That's why you're always smiling.
Look happy, well adjusted.
Yeah, you know how bad I want to go. I want to do that so fucking bad. It's crazy.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you also don't want to get near it. So you're like, eh.
This woman spent like.
I have a solution, Mersh. I have a solution for that. I'll use my
There you
pokey
go.
thing. Be like, blah, 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 blah.
She spent $175,000 on looking like she does. Meanwhile, women pay what, like $25 for a pump that makes their vaginas look like that?
What kind of pump makes your vagina look like that? Send me a link.
yeah.
Send me a link.
Oh my god.
Are we teaching new porn things today?
Oh my god.
Is there really
You've
a
never-
vagina pump?
Oh my god, he's not joking. He's never seen it.
Mersh, have you heard about a vagina pump?
No,
Virgin,
not
you wanna
no.
send them the Hold photo, on, or should what I be is- the one to what send is them the-
Oh, no,
what is
you're
the-
doing it.
what-
You
what is
brought
the-
it up.
what
You
is
brought
the-
it
hold
up,
on,
Messi.
shut
You
up.
gotta
What is a
find one.
vagina pump?
Okay, so do you know how like dudes, have a pump that they put their wiener
Yeah, the
in,
Swedish penis enlarger.
right?
I've seen Austin Powers.
Imagine that, but it goes over a vagina. and
No, I get it.
so-
What is it? Plump it? It plumps your vagina?
Yeah, like that woman's lips. It gets to like that woman's lips.
There you go.
It's bad.
It's like fucking a
You're
wet
right.
pillow.
Oh god damn it! We're fucking
Ugh.
Discord. I'm not gonna send you the end result. Don't worry.
Oh, great. So it's not even gonna be hot.
I want to get even bigger breast.
There you go, Royce. That's what it looks like.
Hold on.
Women are weird.
Hold on a second. Okay, give me a second. You just DM'd it to me. Oh my god. Let's see. Here you go. Hold on.
Yes, that's basically what it looks like afterwards.
God
Royce.
damn it! This is the final result of it, dude.
Yep.
Is this really what this is?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's not for people who have passed out. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I thought it was for checking somebody's blood pressure.
Well, it is, but not where you think.
It's not the most complicated Ziploc bowl you've ever seen.
Yeah, guys, thank you for. We'll end with there. Genocide Circus says Google Fishmanship. I read that already. Genocide Circus. Jim Norton would fuck the shit out of that mouth. Genocide Circus. She has the hips of a cookie cutter shark. Guys, thank you so much for listening. That was a very, very fun show. Nightwave tonight.
I think so, man. I'm gonna try to. I'll very likely be doing.
You should have said yes and no. Nightwave tonight.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Virgie.
I don't know.
Cool.
Yes,
Cool. Fine. Great. Bye. Bessie.
Yeah, we hanging.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Passive aggressive assholes, all of you.
I really don't. I'm just tired.